Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm here with teacher Arthur Selwood. It's good to see you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, man. Yes, all the best for the new year.
Thank you very much.
And of course, you're the director. What the title is?
The chairman.
The chairman. The chairman of the Virgin Islands Emerging Fellow Awards. How long has it been going on over this?
Since 2012.
2012. So it's 4 years. This year will be 4 years.
Yes, sir.
This year will be 4 years.
Yeah. At first, the first two students went to the London Olympics, and after that, the committee was formed in 2013, and we started to allow 6 students, 2 from arts, 2 from sports, 2 from the academic area, to have the opportunities. And the numbers have grown over the years. So each year we were able to award more students. So we are hoping that we get a good response from students, and we are able to give another set of students an opportunity, because I think this is a wonderful opportunity for young people.
Yeah, it is. And over the 4 years, young people have come back and talk about the great experiences they have. So is this the time of the year now where it's time to apply?
This is the application time. Applications were sent out to the principals December 2nd, and between late November and March 25th is the time when we will be accepting applications. We will not be accepting any applications after March 25th, because that is when the committee would meet, and we will determine who are the awardees for this year, and an announcement will be made no later than April 8th.
So in essence, you have about 2.5 months.
You have about 2.5 months
to apply and
to get your application. Well, about 3.
But 3 months to get your
applications in. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the Emerging Fellow Award? What is it?
Right.
I mean,
well, the Emerging Fellow Award is a grant administered to by the Ministry of Education to young people 10 to 20 years, and the ministry recognizes that our community is filled with very, very talented young people, and we would like to. The grant was put in place to give the people of the territory, or young people of the territory and their parents, an opportunity to apply for funding so that the children can attend training and have experiences outside of the territory in the different areas of their interest. And we have had very impressive results from this particular award, because many of the students, when they return and you hear them speak, you are amazed at the maturity that you're getting from them. You are amazed at the type of experiences that they had, the connections that they made, and it is an experience that is very important, because the world is becoming smaller and smaller with all the technology, and we have to get ourselves out there so that when our students have get in the position where they're competing on a world stage, they are ready and they have a pretty good idea of what they're up against.
What they need to have in order to compete.
Yeah, exactly, correct.
Well, you had, let me see, last year you had how many awardees? How many?
We awarded 12 students last year. Well, 14.
14 students
in total. Yeah.
Okay. And they were in music, in
right.
Sports.
3 categories. We had last year 3 students from arts were awarded. 3 students from the area of sports were awarded, and 6 students from the academic area were awarded. And we also granted an award to two differently able young people.
Yes.
You know, which is an ongoing thing, because the ministry has pledged to support, you know, a number of young people who are differently able on a regular basis. You know.
So what's the criteria now for application? What you have to have in order to apply for the award, for the scholarship?
Well, a student who is applying for the scholarship, you will want the student to have a good record, academically, and as well as a good disciplinary record, because you want to send people out there who are going to represent, who are going to gain a lot from the experiences, but also represent the community at a very high level. And you know, so therefore students would have to, in their applications, which is outlined quite precisely and quite extensively in the application promotion letter that you would get, whether you get it by email or you collect it from your principals, the principals of the schools. And you know, so therefore that student would have to send in their applications. They would have to send in recommendations. They are also required to write an essay about themselves and to speak about how they have contributed to the community, how they're using their talents and their interests in the best interest of the community. Because the whole idea of the Emerging Fellow Awards is to create to encourage young people to get involved in their community, to help to develop their community, and giving them the experiences abroad. And you know, when they return, we are hoping that, and it has been very successful so far, that these young people would return with a wealth of experience that would be of benefit to the territory.
And they would have the desire to contribute.
Correct.
Yeah. How much is the award?
Well, in the past we have not established a limit, but this year we've decided to do that. So the maximum award is $8,000. So you know, and I'm encouraging parents, if the experience is gonna be $9,000, you know, don't let that be a deterrent. I mean, if you gotta put in a thousand to give your child
that experience, it's worth it. I can testify that
more
it's
than worth it. And most of the camps are, you know, they're quality. The quality camps are not very expensive. You know, those summer camps. So you know, we're hoping that, you know, we get a good number of applicants, and you know, this limit that we have established is not seen as a deterrent, because it is very important that young people
have the experience
and have the experiences.
How long you go for? The children go for how long? They go for how long?
It varies according to the experience that they have signed up for. Some students would be out 3 weeks, some 4, 5, 6. I remember Interlaken a long time ago, you had 8-week experiences, but for the most part, I think some of the longest experiences would be around 6 weeks.
Around 6 weeks, yeah. And you had everybody that you have sent away have come back glowing, sharing the fantastic experience.
Yes, they have.
They
and
have.
And you can
you can see the difference
one
in
of the
development.
students, you know, when you speak to them, you can see a vast difference in how they approach things, and you even amazed. You know, I shouldn't be amazed, but you know, listening to some of the young people, I'm, wow, that's maturity. I really admire the type of maturity that I'm hearing coming from them.
And it must be a satisfying experience for you personally to see that.
Well, you see, the beauty of it is when I remember a long time ago in 1982, you know, a few of us had an opportunity to go to Interlaken, and maybe 1 or 2 years after that students had that opportunity. But for almost 20 years, the opportunity wasn't there. So when the Minister of Education called me, I was on retirement, and the Minister of Education called me and talked about this Emerging Fellow Award. I said, wow, you know,
Yeah.
this is a great opportunity for people
a dream come true.
to begin to have these experiences that I had, because it really made a difference in my life.
Yes,
You
yes.
know.
And I know that it's made a difference in many young people's lives.
That's true.
Who have participated.
Yeah.
So to get in contact with you, or to get the application, what is the process?
Right. In order to get an application, students can speak to the principal of the schools, and it's not restricted to just high school students. People who are in college, if you want to get an application, you can send a request for an application by email, sending an email to llstevens@gov.vg, at gov.vg, or ARTHURSELWOOD at gov.vg.
Okay, that's Arthur Selwood
at gov.vg.
at gov.vg.
And we'll be happy to send you off an application as quickly as we get as quickly as we see the email.
Okay. And if you forgot all of that, you could just call the government regular number. And
Correct, and ask for Ms. Stevens or Mr. Selwood.
Mr. Selwood.
And we'll be happy to send you an application. And the thing about the application form is that it outlines everything that you need to know. It gives you the criteria. It tells you what you need to turn in. It tells you...
it's a detailed explanation.
It's a detailed explanation, and then it gives you the application form for you to do that. I would encourage students to... the young people and the coaches and the teachers and parents to have a successful application. Please make sure that you have applied to the camp, and when you provide us with information, you're telling us how much it costs, how much the experience is going to cost, as well as the traveling arrangements and the accommodations. Give us a detailed breakdown of what is going to take place. The more prepared you are, and the more information that we get, the higher your score is going to be, because it means that, okay, this person is really serious about what they want. Yeah.
So you, as a young person, you search for a place that you would like to go.
Right, along with the coaches and the parents and
the experience that you would like to have.
Right.
And then you use that, you ask for the information that requested on the application.
Correct.
And then you make the presentation.
Yes, sir.
We fall under the tyranny of the clock.
Pardon me?
We have fallen under the tyranny of the clock. Time run out.
Oh. All right, good.
Yeah. But I'm glad you were able to come by and have this time. And if you want to come by again, if you feel that you can get in the people not applying as fast as you like them to apply, you could come back. We could do it. We could do it again within the next few weeks.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I really appreciate
the message out.
I really appreciate JTV and you, sir, for being always willing to give us an opportunity to advertise and to get the word out. It's very, very important, and I appreciate it highly.
JTV serves the community. Yeah.
That it does.
My brothers, I always good to see you. All the best to you. Yes.
All right.
Yes. We've fallen into the clock, as I like to say. The Spotlight is, of course, seen every Tuesday here at JTV at 8 p.m. Channel 55, and rebroadcast Sundays at 2:30 in the afternoons. You could watch Spotlight on demand at jtvlive.net. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/SpotlightBVI. Also participate in any discussion that may come up on the Facebook page. Raise your own issues, request guests that you'd like to see, and topics you'd like to have discussed. So we hope that you go and like our Facebook page. Next week, the spotlight is going to shine on Mr. Ray O'Neill. Everybody knows Ray O'Neill, OBE. He is a brother that made some tremendous contribution to the territory and the region as far as the development of sports. Now we have kids in college playing basketball. We had a kid that had played a few games with a a National Basketball Association team. We have our athletes in the Olympics, athletes all over the world in various universities having tremendous success. Ray O'Neal has played a tremendous role in that development of sports in the territory, and he's going to be honored, I think, this weekend. But he'll be on Spotlight next week to talk about his legacy, talk about his contribution to the region and to the BVI. So make sure you're here to pay tribute and to listen to what Brother Ray O'Neal have to say. I'm Edjuenka, reminding you that when the spotlight is on, you see the facts. Peace and blessings.
Spotlight is brought to you by Tortola Concrete Limited, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, and CCT Global Communications.